Hello. Welcome in, everyone. Happy Friday to you. Happy New Year for those I haven't seen. Hello, hello, hello. Hi there, Will Poker. Welcome in, JK4T. Yeah, what happened to my music? What's going on here? What is going on here? It's still sort of playing? Or is it... Can you hear it clearly in the music? Because it just completely dropped out of my earbud. Oh well. I guess we're going earbudless tonight. It's been giving me issues for the last hour or so trying to get it to go. That probably just killed the music. Let's get it started again. Okay. So how we all doing? Did you have a good time? We all recovering? We all recovered? I didn't fix the GoPro stuff. Let's see if the GoPro is going to cooperate with me tonight. Why are we going to ads now, bot? You are in there so the button is not getting hit. You've got a solid, well-powered USB working. Me no likey thing no work when it's supposed to. I do not have giant hopes, but maybe we can get it working again. I didn't grind coffee. Let's see, is dinner command working tonight? Meh. Hey, Mimic. Let's see, is Scramble gonna work now? No. Oh, I had Scramble working earlier tonight, and now it's not working again. Hi, Nan Reader. Let's see, what are we showing over here? Are we showing connected now? No, we're not. Thank you for joining me, everyone. I hope you've had a great week. I hope you have a great new year. Cheers. Hi there, Muskeg. Hi, Suki. Hi, Soph. Welcome, welcome. I had the scramble working before. We're going to keep restarting the bot, I guess, midstream here, trying to get it to work again. In the meantime, let's do some pepper and onion cutting. Let's see, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. That's sort of what I wanted. It's not all of what I wanted. It's the real answer there. We want that later. That's not what I wanted. What did I do with the... Oh, are they on top of the... Yeah, they're back there. Let's see, has GoPro woken up? Yeah. Well, we'll see what's going on there in a moment. But yeah, the GoPro is still not happy. The bot was working, and then the LLM screwed up something. And it's restarted the bot twice now since the start of stream. Otherwise, decent day. Got things done, got up and got going. Had some fun at the package return place. Traffic harassing other people instead of frustrating me today was the source of my amusement. So that's always good. Oh, hey, it decided to start working. Nice. So I'm going to start up by dicing up green pepper. And I have 2 Anaheim chilies there. We're going to do all of this up with some chicken thighs. And we're going to let that simmer and cook down into deliciousness. So that is the start of our project tonight. Then we're going to get into doing fun with frying wontons into taco shapes, which I'm still not sold on how I'm planning on doing that. I don't really have... The thing I'm thinking of that would be perfect for doing that is there's these often salad-like tongs that have a... They're just like these, actually. I got these for Christmas, actually, but I'm not going to use these because they're wood. But they're like these, but they're metal, and they'd be perfect for pushing down and making a shell. I don't think I'm really going to use those all that often. I feel like worried about even like trying to close those as it is. Like, they feel like they're going to snap. So take the seeds and the ribbing out. And Anaheims, they have some heat to them, but I would say they're definitely milder than a jalapeno. They're milder than a serrano. That's one de-seeded. Hi, Splits. There's always something. There's always something. It's like my dad used to complain when he was watching his weight and going to my grandmother's, and every time they were going to my grandmother's. My grandmother was a feeder. Like, there was always ice cream there. There was always, what can I get you? There was always, do you want something to eat? You want something to drink? What can I get you? And so it always sort of felt like, it didn't. Just about every month of the year, there was something that, knocks the diet off, knocks the schedule off, knocks. I mean, we go from New Year's to. There's not much else for the rest of January, but we start February right off with Valentine's and all that good stuff. Then all of a sudden it's Easter. We're starting into spring, and then it's... When is Chinese New Year this year? If you paid attention to the national food holidays, I mean, there's like a holiday every day. We're celebrating on Sunday. It's National Spaghetti Day on Sunday. Let me see what else we got on the calendar here. Why do you keep doing this to me? It's the wrong account. And you don't want to give me the chance to change accounts because I don't want to fully extend the window. Let's see, today is National Buffet Day. It's also National Cream Puff Day. But we're doing spaghetti and meatballs on Sunday for National Spaghetti Day. I thought it was a legit excuse for making that. Nice, Mustang. Total fail. What? They not poof, or did they collapse? Both can be issues. I made cream puffs on the stream once, and they turned out okay. I wasn't in love with how much they rised. I wish they would have gotten more of a rise out of them. They would have risen more. They should have poofed more. Even though they're not yeast, they should have poofed more. Yeah, it's funny. It's one of those, like, usually you give things more egg, and it's just like, okay, more egg. Maybe it's a little too cakey, but, it's generally okay. You get into the pat a choux type recipes. Yeah, that's pat a choux recipe. Um, the butter can be, they start weighing, or the egg can actually start weighing them down because of how much air you need in it. Yeah. Hey, Rough Q. Thank you for that sub. Let's see what we got going on here. What is going on there? Silly thingy. And Prime sub, too. Appreciate that. Or I forget, what's the new name for Twitch's game service? Or Amazon's game service? They changed the name of Prime. Even though it says in chat that it was a Prime sub. And I only need 1/2 of this onion. So we're going to bag up the other half for later. Use it somewhere else. I believe, actually, now thinking about it, is it Luna? What is the name of that thing now? No, go away. Alerts, go away. Annoyances, go away. Ew. Just checking our chicken thighs for pieces of bone, chips of bone. There are often chips of bone on these because of how quickly they're processed. Nowadays, I'm finding they don't even fully separate half the time. Like, they've got some tool that's just following the bone down the leg, and you still have a attached piece of meat. Let's see if we get one of those here. Not so far today, but not that one. That one's splayed wide open. It's got all sorts of stuff down here, though. Yeah, there's one. Still connected in the center. Like, so, there's some tool that's just following the bone down through it and leaving the rest of the meat. I haven't noticed that. I've only noticed that in the last couple of years. So these we're now going to break down into about like that, and just in halves maybe, just so that they're nice searable chunks. And we'll start searing after we season those with some salt. Turn on the heat. Add a bit of oil to that pan. Get our fan going on low. We're just going to sear all of these and make sure that they're nice and toasty, I guess. I don't know. What do you call seared chicken? It's not really toasty, because seared chicken doesn't really crisp up like some other things. Like, you can crisp up bacon. You can get some crispy bits on chicken, but in general, the chicken doesn't get crispy. You sort of need a batter or something for that. Let's see, did you wake up? No. GoPro still has not woken up. GoPro is still not happy. Let's wait until this gets up near a smoking point. We're using sunflower as always, but I want some nice high heat here in order to get that chicken going. Want to make sure our pan's fully warm dip. Yeah, warm dip. That's what we're doing. Warm dip. Silly captions. Thank you for the follow. Just on the edge there, just starting to get some whiffs of smoke. Yeah, now we're starting to smoke. Right now we're mostly focused on getting some color on them. They're going to end up cooking most of the way through, but I'm not worried about getting them perfectly cooked through because we're going to sear these. We're going to go back to doing all the veg and the peppers and the onion, get that all cooked down, and then we're going to add it back with some stock and simmer it all down until it all falls apart. I just realized I don't have any pickled jalapeno in the house right now. That's a shame. I don't know what they go for, but that set, I don't know what it is today, but I bought these two maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and it was a set between the two for like $40. Works great for, I originally bought it for doing like no-knead bread and stuff like that. I was looking for one of the smaller like containers for putting in the oven, and that's what I got with. But I think it was like $40, like really reasonable price for a Lodge for being a cast iron product. But I like me some cast iron. It's most of my pans. Most of my pans are that. They're either cast iron or they're cheap aluminum in many cases. I wish they were stainless, but you know, yeah. Oh, oops. The bot posted the stream was live twice in Discord tonight. Stainless is okay. It's sort of like the general okay all the way around. It's not great for things not sticking to it. It's not the best for temperature. It's not the best for across the board. It's sort of like the mediocre in the center. It works for everything. The problem with aluminum is aluminum, like, you get into things like worrying, like, it's aluminum. I much prefer to sear on cast iron or potentially on Muskug's been watching YouTube videos. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about his videos. Like, I agree with 90% of what he has said so far along with his videos that I have seen. I haven't sat there and watched all of his videos. I'm not following him. But he's also absolutely Mr. Know-It-All. Like, well, of course I know it's that way because I tested it to be that way, and he does like a half-assed test. I can't think of his name, Thunder Spanner. He's someone whose claim to fame is he worked for a big Michelin restaurant in London, Fat Duck, if you're familiar with that. It is not Heston Blumenthal. It's one of his underlings that is now a YouTuber. And so he's revealing all of the secrets of the fat duck to the world, even though they're not really secrets, especially if you own the book like me. Thank you, Muskeg. Well, some of it, like, he talks about a lot of it, like, this is what I developed when I'm there, but really? Maybe. I mean, they give a lot of control to the guys that are top up in those places, but I suspect a lot of that stuff that he created was created by committee or by team or by some extern working for hours on it for him. I'm going to squeeze 4 in here for the last round. I wonder what's going to happen with the end. Like, that's really something that I'm curious is going to happen here over the next 5-10 years. Like, we've been trying and pushing towards moving away from the apprentice system in restaurants, but still you look at the high-end restaurants, all the Michelin ones, they're all like brigade system. Or, it's still always, work your way up the ladder. I did They Can See Me. It was relatively uneventful, but that to me is a good New Year's. I prefer to control my visual overstimulation versus being in an environment where everything is going nuts. I did stream on New Year's Eve, so I mean, I hung out here making pizza and brownies. So I mean, everyone know what I've been eating for the last 48 hours or so. Which pickle pizza was a good choice. I enjoyed that. I actually enjoyed the pickle pizza more than the pepperoni pizza. Oh, I ate all of them. Not all that night, but that night and the next day. All gone. I'm going to have an unlucky year, chat. I ate pizza and brownies for my New Year's Day. I didn't eat, you know, black eyed peas or greens or pork or, well, I had pepperoni. I joked about that with someone. Nice, Mustang. I've done artichokes a couple of times. Not very often, but every once in a while. I'm more likely to do canned artichokes, but that's because I'm lazy and don't want to clean them. But I've cleaned them before on stream too. There's just so much waste, and I don't even know what they're going for these days, but I imagine that they're pretty expensive to get that one little heart out of the giant artichoke. But they are tasty. They're nice, fresh flavor. Hey, El Capitano. Happy New Year's to you as well. I imagine they're one of the ones that you want to get nicely fresh too. Like, I don't think they age well. They also have not the greatest season for fresh ones available. Muskeg, thank you for the gifty. Alright, so now we got our chicken seared. I'm not going to leave this on the cutting board because it's got chicken goop on it, but we got some nice sear on all of those, so I guess we can do this better over this. There we go. Add our onions in there. We got about 37 minutes, 36 minutes until we do ads. I only do them once an hour. I only do what Twitch requires me to in order to get rid of silly pre-rolls. Salt in with our onions. And our Anaheim chili. Scrape all the fond off the bottom of the pan. We'll start in with some seasoning. Give that some flavor. What is caught? Starting with a bunch of garlic powder. Coriander. Cumin. Cayenne. Where are you, Cayenne? And since I'm at it, red pepper flake. We're properly zoomed here, right? My script properly setting these to do this, right? Let me see here. Configure video. Yes, awesome. Black pepper. MSG. Do I want to do that, or do I have chicken in here? Out of the chicken. Yeah, the beef. Guess not. I was gonna just throw in a little chicken bouillon in there, but I think we're gonna reduce down a bag of chicken stock in there. Where'd that start? Thank you. Am I missing things? Am I missing alerts? I'm gonna let the stock melt into it. Let's see, are you trying to guess the right word here? Are we even close? Nope. It's not the soup. Do I ever thaw the stock ahead of time? Rarely. I mean, what's it hurting there? I mean, I know it's not proper. It's not like it's a soup where adding in something cold is going to mess with the starch. It is something that I can expect I would expect people that don't hang out around me in the way I operate would be like, why would you ever do that? Piloncino. Piloncillo. 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 Oh, dad joke. Alright, added the chicken back in there so that can all bubble together. I just realized that I have my chicken and chilies in my best option for my frying plans tonight. Deal with this chicken nastiness here and get this out of the way, out of the sink. Now that one's a soup. For anyone that's new in here and unfamiliar with stock in this form, this is how I make my stock and store my stock. I make stock on stream once every couple of months, typically chicken. We're actually getting down there in the number of bags I got left. But then I store it in bags because they store nicely in the freezer. You can cram them in there and they take up next to no space. You're closer than you think, so. Purple cabbage. Did you stay attached? No, you're not attached. Okay. Bit of salt on that. Set that off to the side here for putting things together. Yeah, that was a little bit of a cheesy scramble. Speaking of cheese, we've got some queso here ourselves, which I'm going to use for tonight's tacos. I'm cheating on the guac. I bought the guac. Yeah, I never want to spell that word right either. What is the proper spelling? Yeah, 2 B's. Tabboul. So it's like ghoul. Tabbouleh. Tabbouleh. How we looking over here, chicken? Delicious? There's still an ice cube in here, a stock cube in here. You're not very clean. Who cleaned you? Yeah, that word's a bit of a tongue twister. That's a really cryptic hint. Really cryptic. Okay. We got that set. We got that set. Rice. We're doing rice tonight, too. Am I doing rice tonight? I said I was doing rice tonight. Let's do rice. I said I was gonna do rice. Let's honor the menu. Welcome in, Beat. A little over 4, but it'll work. We got our chicken with chicken stock, chilies, green pepper, spices, just simmering away on the stove. Oh, bubbling away, that's more than the simmer. Making some rice. We're going to be frying some wontons here not too long. Water. Salt in with the rice. Lime juice in with the rice. Freeze-dried cilantro in the rice. Soy sauce in the rice. And the flames on the rice. do up a little side salad with all of this while the chicken's cooking. I keep seeing the reflection of the red from the bowl here, and it's making the lettuce that's close to the edge look like it's browner. So I keep like, is that piece still a nice piece of lettuce? Turn the heat off on that rice, just let that sit back there for a bit while everything else reduces. Now let's do a little of that onion that I left earlier. I'm definitely not doing all of this though. Got out of the Bacos. Nutritional yeast. Don't have that either right now, huh? Guess I'm gonna go for a more traditional style dealio here for the dressing and do some vinegar and oil. Let's see here. Let's get some oil started for our wonton frying. I don't know if that's really going to work well in that pan. Let's give you a shot instead. Need enough depth to that oil that we can get the wontons underneath the liquid to stay in place. Ooh, Bavarian. It has been a long time since I've had a Bavarian. Not that Bavarian donuts are not really all that special. Is that too much of a hot take? As a kid, I was like, yeah, give me the big one. Now as an adult, I'm like, that thing's like 6 inches long. That's gonna be a gut buster by the time I'm done with that. It's half oil. I do love me a custard donut, but oh. It's a little like those brownies I made on New Year's Eve night. Wow, those are heavy. I wonder if one were to do this. We can't be warm enough here yet, can we? No, we're not. Okay. Damn it. Getting ahead of myself. Ooh, we had a couple of blips in the bit rate. Oh, we had 0.3% of a drop frame. Why aren't you reducing down? Why aren't you bubbling down to this thick deliciousness yet? Like, fall apart already. We're going to have to probably try a couple of different ways of doing these. I'm going to try them with these thin ones and see what type of a wonton we get out of it after using these. And then I'm going to try a bit of a wider one and see what they do. These might be too wide, I think. I don't know what else I got that's sort of in between those that could handle the oil. How we looking here, oil? We warmed up yet? Nah, 250-ish, 220, 250. Of course, I'm confusing Bavarian with Bavarian cream. Bavarians are awesome too. Oh, hey, spam. Lovely. A payment that I hand delivered today, I just got a notice that they didn't receive. I'm gonna add a bit of lemon juice to that just to lightly brighten it up. Not a lot. Just a little. Just a little. Still got another 50 degrees or so to go on the oil. We're getting close to 300 there, but not quite. Solid 280s. Let's see what's going on in the world tonight. Nothing exciting there in the trending topics. Nope. Nothing under the food industry tab. Nothing in the news. Boo. Give the oil a little stir up there. Try and make it a little bit more equal in temp. Getting close. Getting there. Did we go to ad? No, we didn't. We're not properly running ads. We're going to do our 3-minute ad. Unmold is sort of a weird word when you think of it from a fungus sense. Yeah, I'm gonna unmold that cheese. Let's see how this works. Not well. It just stuck to it. I sort of half forced that one to work, but it didn't really work either. Oh, it would help if I showed chat what I was doing, wouldn't it? That one ended up a bit too pointy. So we're going to try it again, but only one half, and we're going to try the larger tongs. Let's try just flopping one in there and see what pushing it down with the tongs does. Like, I've done these before in restaurants, but they had systems or tools for doing it. You know, they had those, they had one of those taco shell fryer rack thingies that you can press the two sides together with down in there. Like a fryer basket, but it's designed to make taco shells. That was maybe the best yet. Yeah. All right, let's try that once again. That one didn't want to bend on an angle. It's starting to thicken up here nicely with the chicken. Starting to get there. So we're going to keep going with these. I don't know how many I'm going to do. Heat off on the chicken. Just let that sit now. Keep cooking with what little heat's left in the pan. That is looking delicious to me. Yeah, it looks yummy. Alright, let's keep frying. Gonna do at least 3 or 4 more of these. There is a touch of an art to this with playing with getting them to try and fold. Basically, I don't know if anyone's noticing, but I'm sort of bouncing from one side to the other to sort of get the fold going and have it stick in the pan before I dunk the whole thing. Like I'm sort of trying to set the corners and then push down in the center. That one's sort of a bummer. That one didn't fold nicely at all. Okay, 2 more. 2 more. I was going to stop, but that one was nice, but it wasn't nice, so we got to do 2 more. There we go. We have our wontons fried. We'll put that in there. We'll put that in there. Let's take a look at our rice. Uh-oh, we're slowing down tonight. Rice is looking lovely. Perhaps a bit sticky, but I'm okay with that. Bit more salt in with that. Nice. I guess we can reuse you. Bit of sort of apple cider vinegar. Not really. It's half white vinegar, a little apple cider, and a little red wine vinegar. We're gonna shake some oil into that, although it's not going to be a full emulsification. It's not going to stick. Use some of the good olive oil for this tonight. Yum, 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 yum. Add our vinaigrette to all of this deliciousness. Toss in a bit of cheese because why not? There we go. Now let's make some tacos. I think that was the sort of loser tortilla of all of these. So we'll start over here on the board, on the cutting board with our beef, chicken, with our chicken, which is looking lovely over here. This turned out great. We'll add chicken to each of these. Oh, that flavor, chicken's bang on. That is delicious. Tastes like I slow cooked that all night, which sort of did, but not quite that much. There we go. So now we'll do cabbage in each of these. Cheese in each of these. Guacamole in each of these. Did he say guacamole? Yes, he said guacamole. Little guac cups. Maybe a bit strong on the garlic and the pre-made guac. Not too shabby though. So there we have it, folks. There we have our chili chicken, green chili and chicken fried wonton tacos with the side salad. Oh, and rice. We got rice too. Let's do the rice too with this. A little tagine for color on the rice. Who wants one? I know that's a dangerous question to ask. I respect the work, though, Muskak. I appreciate the hustle. Appreciate the gifties, too. Thank you for those. Thank you for the subs today. But I do think this is where we are going to be wrapping things up this fine evening. I shall be back here on Sunday. I wish you all a great first weekend of the new year. Let's see here. We gonna raid out tonight? Is that the plan? Yeah, I'm going to send you all off to the Minecrafters. I'm going to send you all off to go hang out with Skizzleman, who's doing Friday night Minecraft stuff. I wish you all a great weekend. Like I said, I will be back here on Sunday. We're going to be doing... What are we doing on Sunday? Spaghetti and meatballs. We're doing spaghetti and meatballs. So, I wish you all a great weekend, and I hope to see you back. Good night.